Stand up, take a good look in the mirror. Tell me who do you see? Keep your head up, reflect on who you are. Yeah, that's you, bold as can be. Every feature on your face, your ears, your eyes, your nose, your teeth are as perfect as can be. So sing, I'm brave, I'm strong, I'm loved, I'm smart, and I'm unique. And there's no one else in the whole wide world exactly like me. Speak a little bit louder. The world is waiting on your voice. Be true to what you have to say. You know you've got the power, but only you can make the choice to do it your own way. The world's an oyster, you're the pearl. At who you really are, unfurl. Just be exactly who you are. Be proud and say, I'm brave, I'm strong, I'm loved, I'm smart, and I'm unique. And there's no one else in the whole wide world exactly like me. I'm brave, I'm strong, I'm loved, I'm smart, and I'm unique. And there's no one else in the whole wide world exactly like me. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. I'm brave, I'm strong, I'm loved, I'm smart, and I'm unique.
Hello friends, welcome back and happy Read Across America Day. Yes, today is the day we're celebrating Dr. Seuss's birthday. So today we're going to jump right back into it. We're going to continue with our story from yesterday, Daisy Had Mayzie. As you remember yesterday, she started growing this daisy out of the top of her head, and people didn't know what to do with her because of it. They started off by teasing her, and then they didn't know, and they ended up kind of being mean to her and not even realizing it. Like, they put a fishbowl on her head. Probably didn't feel so good to be Daisy. So I'm actually wearing my flowers on my head today, because one thing we can do when we see people being treated unkindly is to make them feel welcome and show them that their differences are actually pretty awesome. So I'm celebrating Maisie's Daisy by bringing some roses on the top of my head today. All right, let's jump back into our story and see what happens to poor Mayzie McGrew. Remember last time, the police officer had just put that fishbowl on her head. Principal Grum didn't know what to do. "It's worse," cried Mrs. Sneecher. "Much worse than we feared. The Daisy and Mayzie have both disappeared." Behind her came charging Mr. McGrew, chased by a customer chasing his shoe. Finch the florist, Dr. Eisenbart too, Dr. Eisenbart's patient, and Mrs. McGrew. When the door opened and in came poor Mayzie, wearing the fishbowl, protecting her Daisy, then Officer Thatcher, who looked all around, said, "Anyone here know this kid that I found?" Poor Mayzie. "Mama!" cried Mayzie as she ran to her mother, but Mrs. McGrew stepped back with a shudder. Oh, even her mom stepped back confused. That must make Mayzie feel so bad. "I think I feel faint," she managed to utter. "Stand back," yelled the doctor as he looked about. "Allow me some room to examine her sprout." The doctor approached, stethoscope to his ear, but the wail of a siren was soon all could hear. His Honor, the Mayor. And then without warning, the door opened wide, and who but the mayor should step right inside? At acting important, there was none to compare. He was the best at long speeches, chock full of hot air. "I promise, my friends, that if I'm re-elected, this daisy on Mayzie will be disconnected. The law of our fathers is simple and sound. Daisies belong and should stay in the ground. The rest are illegal. We'll bar them from town." Wait a minute. This poor mayor is saying that the daisy on Mayzie's head is illegal. There's nothing she can do about it. Why should it be against the law? That doesn't seem very fair. Then, just as the mayor finished his talk, Finch the florist began to quietly walk, and standing directly right behind Mayzie, said, "I know the way to get rid of a daisy. So there's a flower between her two ears. I'll snip it clean off with the sharp pruning shears." But Mayzie saw him and let out a screech. She pushed him aside and raced out of his reach. Remember, the daisy is part of Mayzie. He can't just cut it off. It's part of who she is. Mayzie ran from the school, headed straight out of town. She came to a meadow and fell to the ground. With her head in her hands, she lay all alone. Her heart, it was broken. She could never go home. "Nobody loves me. Nobody loves me. Nobody loves me," she cried. Oh, nobody loved her? Poor Mayzie McGrew. It's hard to believe such a thing could be true. And maybe that's why. Then, this daisy above, when Mayzie below began talking of love, well, you know about daisies. When love is in doubt, the job of a daisy is to try and find out. Let's see what the daisy does. They love her. They love her not. They love her. They love her not. "Don't worry, Mayzie," said her daisy as its last petal fell. "They love you." Then the stalk disappeared. Well, that's how it all happened. The thing went away, and Mayzie McGrew is quite happy today. Back at her studies and doing just great in all of her subjects in room number 8. And concerning that daisy, you know it never grew out of the top of her head again, ever. Well, it practically never popped up there again, except occasionally, just now and then. Ding! So the daisy came back. But after seeing that the daisy reminded her that everyone loved her, that she had family, that she had friends, that even though she had a daisy on her head and felt different, that she was still loved and valued as she was, I wonder if she was as worried about that daisy when it came back. And after all, I'm getting used to it. Look at Daisy's face now. It looks like Daisy has learned to accept that daisy is part of who she is. She can't get rid of it. She doesn't need to cut it out. And though other people may look at her and not understand, when they take the time to get to know her, they can still love her, even though she feels just a little bit different. The end. One of the things I love about this story is how Daisy learns to cope with feeling different. In the beginning, she's so afraid of this daisy. She goes and looks for help and tries to get rid of it. But it's not until she pauses and the daisy reminds her that she's loved that she learns to accept it and not feel so strange about it. I think all of us, myself included, sometimes feel a little strange, feel like we don't belong. It's all about finding the people around us that help us to remember how truly special and loved we are. When we surround ourselves by the right people, by people who share our interests, by people who value us, who see us as unique, when we learn to see other people that way, then we truly grow and flourish like a flower. I wonder today, what are some things about you that make you unique and special? What's your flower? Maybe other people don't see it. Maybe other people don't understand it yet. But what is that thing that makes you so different and special and unique? You see, we don't have to hide who we are. We have to find a way to embrace and love ourselves first. To find people that love and accept us, and to love and accept each other. I hope today that you're feeling just a little bit more full of love and inspiration after reading our funny, silly, and inspiring story by Dr. Seuss, Daisy Had Mayzie. I hope that on this Read Across America Day, you find a book that inspires you and speaks to your heart. I'm so glad we had this time together. Thank you for sharing this book with me. So, some of you may have noticed I picked this book, yes, because it has the name McGrew in it, just like me. I found something that connects to me and it made me excited, and I wanted to share it with you. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you again next time here on Moments with Miss McGrew. Bye, everyone.